We'll continue our coverage of Beirut in a moment, but first, it's 75 years since the US dropped 2 atomic bombs on the cities of Hiroshima and then Nagasaki in Japan. It led to the end of the Second World War. The first bomb, which landed in Hiroshima, is estimated to have killed nearly half the city's population. At least 70,000 people died in Nagasaki on this day, the 9th of August, 75 years ago. Radiation from the bombs caused the deaths of thousands in the months and years that followed. And we're looking at live pictures from the memorial site in Nagasaki. The mayor of Nagasaki is addressing the gathering. And in the last minute or two, we've just seen a bell tolling at the Nagasaki Peace Memorial site, where there are a couple of hundred people, including survivors and including the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. And that bell tolled to mark the exact moment, 75 years ago, in which the US bomber dropped its bomb, codenamed Fat Man, on the city of Nagasaki. It's dropped and fell at 11:02 and 35 seconds in the morning. Nagasaki had not been the main target that day. The Americans had been attempting to bomb the site of Kokura, but visibility problems meant they switched to their backup site, Nagasaki. The bomb was dropped on the city's Urakami Valley, and 53 seconds after its release, the bomb exploded at an altitude of around 1,800 feet. One young boy, Yoshiro Yamawaki, who was 11 years old, said he was in elementary school, and at the time he said he was at home. We went to the sitting room at the back of the house, he said, and while we were sitting around the table, a whitish blue light shot across the room. Then came a roar that seemed to shake the whole house. The two of us got down on the tatami mats and covered our eyes, ears and noses with our fingers, just like we'd been taught to do. While we were in that position, plaster debris came falling down on us. Well, there's another piece of testimony to bring you, because Terumi Tanaka was also a school pupil, a 13-year-old, when the bomb was dropped in the hometown of Nagasaki. He was reading a book and recalls the moment of the explosion.
All of a sudden, I heard a big sound. I didn't know what the sound was. But as soon as I thought I heard the big sound, my surroundings turned bright white. People say it was a flash, but to me, everything turned bright white. I didn't hear a sound, so I was surprised. I felt this was something terrible, so I ran downstairs and ducked. I covered my ears and closed my eyes, and the moment I ducked down, I lost consciousness. In the burnt ruins there were shapes that resembled human beings or bodies that had crumbled into bones everywhere. Rescuers hadn't arrived after 3 days, so those who couldn't move due to serious injuries or severe burns and hadn't received help were hunched or lying on the ground.
The testimony of survivor of the atomic bomb attack in Nagasaki. Well, let's go back to that memorial event in that city, that, of course, that rebuilt city. Campaigners in Nagasaki say that they now wish for the establishment of a lasting world peace and for the abolition of nuclear weapons.